At 6, it's going to be a royal pain in my mind, I'm afraid.
Are you in a trade, Don?
Yeah, I'm working this 5 to 9 area up here. I'm going in for this area right there. But we should back down to around the 4. But I'll take the 5. That 4 area is going to be key, I think. I better go back and look, make sure that thing is still active. Seven.
Someone on Twitter says I'm wrong. $1 a year promotion? What? That's what I assume.
There's one right
$12 million
downstairs outside.
Okay, big difference. Big difference. Trading for. Look at little Joe. Look at little Disher. Got all the people around. Well, Joe, you got Joe, you got Matt Hill, you got Fabio. Oh, you got Fabio. You got Hunter. You got Steven Clay. You got Luke. That's my budget feature. Steven Clay is obviously not there, but.
If you don't like the trade, it's giving you a spot to scratch. Saul's going to be stepping in here shortly. When he does, I'll get out of my out of my side there.
I had a little 5-minute narrow range bar at support at 03.
There he comes.
All right, good morning, everyone. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 6404. 6404, upside resistance at 09, 18, 27, 36, and then 46. Downside support at 63.98, 90, 83, 74, and 64. Pivot 04, support 63.98, 90, 83, 74, and 64. And upside at 09, 18, 27, 36, and then 46. All right. Let's see what today brings. Friday here. We do have um, Powell going to be talking. I'm trying to. I think he does his speech, Jackson Hole speech, at around. Powell's set to talk at 9 o'clock. The theme of the conference this year is the market upticks coming up here to the 09 area. Those of you who are trading right on the opening here, so be a little bit careful. Okay. So be careful here because a little energy coming off in the morning. Right. 10 got filled there for us, just enough. And coming down here against the 7. Nice little quick rotation here of the opening bell. See if we can get a little bit more out of this. Nice little rotation here against the first resistance area here at 09. All right, nice, good way to start a Friday, especially with Powell talking. You know, anything can happen. Coming back down here to our pivot area, blue band, just to cover if you still have them. Nice quick rotation there. Took no heat. It was fun. We did get along there, bounce off of our blue band. You get a nice little rotation here after that too. All right. So he's talking here at 9 o'clock. The theme of the conference this year is the labor markets in transition, demographics, productivity, and macroeconomic policy. So there's what he's going to be talking about. The recent massive revision of the non-farm payrolls number not only made waves after President Trump ousted the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but also sent policymakers scrambling to make sense of the new numbers. 258 jobs were previously thought to have been added in May and June, were actually non-existent, meaning the U.S. only added 19 and 14,000 of those 2 months respectively. Another week and non-farm payrolls number gain of 73,000 was later recorded in July, indicating that the broad slowdown in the jobs growth for overall labor market. That was what was concerning to the market, as we have nice rotation against our first resistance area here. Got filled on the top end there and had a nice little pop back down. We did get along against our blue band there, which will all look in our pivot. Nice little rotation off of that. So nice little two quick trades right off the morning. All right, on the upside, next up area that we're focusing on is going to be the 18 area. Typically, that would have seriously worried many Fed officials, and some are, but others are still debating the root causes to determine the path forward for monetary policy. If the underlying reasons are linked to Trump immigration policy, baby boomer retirement, it might not warrant a strong shift in monetary policy, since a downturn versus is based on labor supply. However, if hiring fundamentals are no longer intact, it would require a bigger dose of monetary stimulus, though that could also complicate signs of inflation heating up in the latest CPI and PPI numbers. A lot of things to consider. That chair is also likely to share some of his thoughts on the matters this morning and what it might mean in interest rate outlook and long-term policy goals, with trading can ensue following the closely watched event, this like notable Jackson Hole hangover in 2022, which saw all 3 major indices slump between 3 and 4% after Powell shot down any hopes that the Fed would telegraph a pivot on its aggressively tightening policy. So that is what we have to look forward to. Who knows what is going to be said or done? And you have to be a little bit mindful of him. Definitely, if you can not trade that stuff, probably better for everybody. We'll see. So that's really the biggest fundamental news that's going to be coming out this morning. Not much else is going to be. There's no other news coming out. All right, nice little opportunity there for us against our first resistance area, and nice rotation off of a bounce off of our blue band there. A couple quick opportunities that we kind of look forward to. Well, we look at, not so much look forward to. Sometimes they don't work, right? But most of the time they do. Anyway, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Now we have to be a little bit patient. Again, he starting his talk at 9 o'clock. Actually, it's not talk. It's I think it's speech. So. Yeah, market here on these interim highs. Did bounce off of our first resistance area. Next level that we're looking at up here is up at the 18 area. Market is going to be hopeful. That I'm going to say some positive things as far as interest rates are concerned. We shall see what happens. And upticking here a little bit, looking at the 18 area next. Yeah, we're up there on these interim highs, looking at the 18 area. Got to remember Powell's going to be talking here. Top of the hour. And I got up to 16 there. 16 and a quarter. We have the 18 area we're focused in on. It's an area. You guys scaling around there, so scaling around my area there for those of you who are new here. Okay, quickly coming up here to the 18 area. Make sure you keep your stops in place. Remember, we're not going to love any trade we put out. Yeah, we're extending here a touch. Working this 18 area here. Keep your stops in place no matter what. All right, gonna continue to extend here a touch. Next level that we're looking at is up here at 27. All right, we'll continue to uptick here, looking at the 27 area next. Never did like updates. All right, we'll continue to go up there. Looking at the 27 area is our next level of resistance. What the market wants to do up here. Again, always keep your stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. And again, we definitely reacting to anticipation from what Powell might or might not say. Maybe they have leaked out his bullet points. Who knows? You just never know how these things play themselves out. So be careful. Your stops in place. And understand that this is what happens on Fed Day. With these goofy trades. And that'll continue until until he starts talking. And then when he starts talking, you definitely don't want to be trading. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Market up there, got up to 23 and change. Again, the anticipation of what he might or might not say, and we don't know what he's going to say or how he's going to say things and how it's going to affect the market. So we definitely don't want to have anything on when he starts talking. Yeah, coming up here at the 27 area now. Make sure you keep your stops in place. Again, we don't know why markets are extending. Maybe they leaked out some of his bullet points. Maybe he's being a little bit more friendly to the market. Maybe he's saying something about interest rate. Who knows? Working this 27 area now. Yeah. Okay, well, that made up for that. That was nice. Again, very, very, see if we can hold on to this one a little bit. This is make up for that 18 that kind of ran us through here. Very nice rotation here. Okay, got right up to 27. Almost got us still there at 28, but I guess we can't ask for everything. I mean, we could ask for everything, but we didn't get the 28s. But nice rotation here. Get us a nice little opportunity to make our money back from that 18 area. That's no good. All right, nice little rotation there. Again, that's why we keep our stops in place, because you get out of one and then look for the next opportunity. Yeah, well, market was nice enough to push us down there a little bit, give us a nice little rotation up at that 27 area. And again, he's talking in about 12 minutes. At least he's going to give the speech. Bullet points from his speech are going to be out. So you got to be careful when that is out. All right, coming back up here now. Again, he's going to be talking about 10 minutes, so make sure we don't have much going on there. definitely gonna be flat when that stuff comes out, and probably be done for the day. To be honest with you, I don't know how they're gonna react to everything. And remember, technicals take a backseat to fundamentals when that stuff occurs. So that's why levels are not gonna mean much when they start reacting to the whatever he might be saying is or isn't going to happen to the market, or what he says isn't going to happen to interest rates, and obviously how they're going to determine what that means. So all right, so now we're just kind of hanging up here. So remember, even the levels don't mean much if whatever he says or does creates some big move in the market, one way or the other. Mhm. Again, stuff will all get straightened out. Say whatever he wants, but numbers don't. You can't be able to change the numbers once You're not going to be able to force him to put in numbers that are just because he doesn't like them. So it's a lot of rhetoric right now. Doesn't sound good all the time, but it is what it is. All right, let's see here what we are going to do here with him chit-chatting away here. So let's be careful. All right, getting a little bit of rotation here to the downside. Simply, I think because you're taking some profits here before, starts talking. For those people who are long there. Again, anything could happen once he starts. All right, breaking down here a little bit. Again, he's going to be talking in about a minute. You're getting a little bit of a reaction to, they want to get out of anything before he starts talking. All right, well, you can see how the ladder ticket is thinned out. 10 lots up and down the ladder. Oh, whoa. Welcome to trading F day. Remember, do not put anything on here. It's not the thing. You need to be careful. And up to 64.50 right away. Well, it is just like jet fuel right there, right? Just can't compete with the algorithms. Bond market loving it. Must be saying something good, right? Whoa, 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 whoa! It's the moon to the moon. I mean, it's just like crazy that you can even try to keep up with that, right? The bond market loving it. The S&P is loving it even more. I mean, like I said, it can't compete with that. Can't compete with those algorithms. I would tell you we don't need any upside. We don't need. You can't. It doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter right now. I mean, you can't. There's no. You can see this. This up here would probably be a target. This 64.76 area, which we almost got up to. 64.76 would be our next level up here. And then we get above that, close above that, anything could happen. Oh, look at that. 64.76, that's what looks like we're going to try to get up to. And that would be a only area that, but I mean, again, like I said, you can't compete with the algorithms. You can't. It's going way too fast for us to even like pretend we can keep up with that stuff. Okay, I guess he likes market likes it. It was being a little bit more accommodative, maybe. All right. Well, got up to 71, 2 area. Again, 76 is it, and above that, let's see here. I mean, like I said, there's once they come out with these numbers, and the technicals don't mean nothing. Numbers don't mean anything. 76 would be the level, and then above that, I got 84 to probably 98. This is why I hate F days. We got F day right in the middle of the day. Nothing like it. The worst. All right, we'll get up to 72 here. Again, not crazy about anything here. So, got this big, rally up. What can I tell you? Right, well, it's kind of hanging up here. Again, we're going to even find some support because it's just, you have to be patient. You can't get caught up in just because it's moving around. You feel that you have to trade. You don't. This is like, I've traded this stuff. It just doesn't work. Yeah, Powell is talking. He's Jackson Hole meeting is giving a speech right now. The The gist I'm assuming without even knowing is probably that they're going to be a bit more accommodative to interest rates, especially because of the unemployment numbers that were out, or the adjustments to unemployment numbers last month. That was a big. I think the big game changer there, and the numbers. All right, coming off here a little, not really coming off that much actually. Yeah, a huge little pop up. I mean, the thing is, you can't even get involved in these. They move so fast. You can't even jump in or catch any of this stuff. And where are you going to sell it? It's going up like crazy. So,
Hey, Saul, I'm going to ditch you early today.
good choice.
So I hope everybody has a good weekend. And here's the levels one more time, and I'll see you guys on Monday.
All right, take care. Have a great weekend. Thanks
All
for
right,
all your help.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, how could he not say that he was open to torch at September rate cut? Well, they are taking. I think the last wrap. I think that's what's been happening here because of this. We'll move back up here, and they're going to have their meeting in September. And probably have their rate cut. I mean, obviously, that was the number. The unemployment number was definitely a game changer there. That was a big miss, or a big. It wasn't so much a miss, but an adjustment. All right, coming back over here to these. I remember a little bit at 76, but I mean, again, trading this stuff is very, very risky. There's not really a good risk reward here. I mean, you have to take a lot of heat here. I mean, obviously, if that's what you like to do and take the crazy road, it's there for you. You see the additional levels there. We had 76, 84, and then 98. Let's see if you are. Very, very aggressive here. And up there to 74, which is always one of our good numbers, but it doesn't matter right now. And I want to trade, so me telling you not to trade, definitely trying to keep you. Capital preservation, very important, as you can imagine. So, and we did say that, if we had a couple trades on before he starts talking. All right, well, we did get right up to 75 against the 76 there. That was the only number I could see up here that could, and then anything above that, we haven't, new stuff, never been up here before. So, definitely, that was the number right there. If we continue to go up, again, keep your whatever stop. Your stops have to be like 7 or 8 points right now. So if you can't handle 7 or 8 point stops, it's because of volatility. You're going to get 7 or 8 point rotations. So that's what you're looking at, and that's what you want to do. That's cool. But at least 7 or 8 points. All right, well, we did get right up to 76 area, and it flushed back down. There's always going to be trade on Monday after everything settles down. After everybody tries to figure out what it means. After everybody, market, figures out where we're going to go. What we're going to do. What does it mean? How much did how much do they think it means that he's going to cut? All those things, come into play. All right, the 76 area, kind of trying to hold here a little bit. All right, continue the uptick here. We got 84 there. Yeah, there's 84 again if you're exceptionally aggressive here. Okay, coming up here to the 4 area. Again, only if you're very aggressive where you even want to. Again, keep talked about 7 or 8 point stops. That's what you're going to be doing here. If you're going to do anything at all. All right, well, we're coming off of the 84 area here a little bit if you are so inclined. Again, talking about 7 or 8 point stops, and you are getting those rotations. So if you're looking for a little action there, that was it right there. Got up to 86 and change. The 84 area there. All right. Again, you are getting rotations, but you're going to have to take a little bit of heat. So if you did jump in there at 84, and, getting paid off here a little bit. Next level we're looking at here, again, if you're trying to stay short, have a trailing stop, but you are getting a nice little quick rotation there with very minimal heat considering the volatility that's in the market. All right, I gave you that, the asked for levels up there, we gave them to you, so that worked very nicely. The next level on the upside there, if we another rotation back up there, would be up at 98 into 65 even that area. Can't even tell you where downside support is. Probably 40, 30 to 35, 40 in that range. Little downside support. Excuse me. All right, so we went down to 61, 62 area. Again, they could stop anymore. That's the thing with markets. All right, well, another rotating back here the other way now. All right, very, very choppy as you can see here. All right, well, floating, very, very, very choppy, going all over the place very quickly. So be careful if you're going to be trading this. I don't know. Again, we need good reasons to enter the trade when the volatility is so high and so quick. You kind of lose some of the reasons very fast, and or you're going to have to take a lot of heat on some. We said 7 or 8 points minimum, but you are getting the rotation. We did have the 84, as you can see there, as some resistance, and they got up to 86 and change up there. So, considering the amount of risk, the volatility, it's very little amount of risk that you needed to take there. And if you did decide to jump in, you did okay. Mhm. Again, very choppy. Have to figure out, where, what it wants to do. So, And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in a chat. I know it's kind of not much to do here because of the extra, because of Fed Day, which again creates a lot of volatility here and a lot of movement. As far as trading is concerned, it's very difficult to trade. So we wait till things settle down here a little bit, which will probably be, best thing to do is wait till Monday, obviously, because it's just markets are just moving too quick. And like I said, the most important thing that we have here is capital preservation more than anything that's important for us. So unless you're willing to take the extra amount of risk, which is that right now would be 7 or 8 points on the stops. Again, we did have the AU4. You can see the levels above that we gave once the market extended here. And that's where we're at. And it had a nice rotation off of that. Otherwise, next level that if you were very aggressive, want to consider, probably looking at the 98 area on the top side. All right. You're very choppy here. We knew this would be kind of a tough day to trade only because of Powell talking, and you never know what he's going to say. Cree obviously was a little bit more conducive to interest rate cuts. All right, well, we're inching our way back up here to interim highs. Again, don't really have, again, we said some support would be around the 50, 45 to 50 area. But that's about it. And then it's getting really, really choppy in here in this upper level. Bonds that come back down here a little bit. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Unfortunately, it's a tough little trade this morning, so I'm not too excited about much. We had a couple opportunities there before the numbers were released here at 9 o'clock. And then we just kind of settled in here and let the number, and you can see how the big spike happened. And it's been very difficult to trade. Gave you those additional levels in the chat, 76, 84, and 98. And now we just, again, a lot of volatility here. And I mentioned that because of the volatility with fundamentals, the technicals don't mean as much. But it did bounce off of the 85 area, the 84 area very nicely for those of you that did want to jump in up there. Obviously, now we're coming back up there. I would not do that. I would probably be looking at the 98 next. If you were looking to do anything. The top side area there, that 85 area, 84 area kind of holding. And again, coming back down there again. So very, very chop. And just be careful. Again, so I'm gonna cut out here a little early since we're not going to be doing much here. Again, downside support between 45 and 50, and upside I'm looking at 98 and really in the middle here. Again, things will slow down. We'll have we'll have opportunities to trade on Monday when everybody absorbs what's going on and the market kind of do its thing the rest of the day here. And we'll see what opportunities we get on Monday. Things will settle down a lot. Otherwise, you are going to have to expand your stops to about 8 or 9, 7 or 8 points here if you're going to do anything. So you have to be mindful of that. All right. Again, if you have any questions, ask in the chat. Otherwise, we'll have a great weekend, and we'll get back here. Get back here on Monday. See what happens. All right.
Hey, quick shout out to everybody. We're coming to the end of this morning's session. If you are looking to learn how to trade, if you're looking to learn how to trade better and develop consistent profitability, join us live in Zoom. Do that by following the instructions on the bottom of your charts. You can do that now by putting daytradingmarkets.org in and popping right in. Hey, George, are you back? Let me know in chat, George. So I'm flashing in our socials the opportunity to come into our service with a daily access pass. We're just coming to the end of our morning session, which is a group coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. We're looking to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. We're looking to pick up 2 points plus in each trade. This is an opportunity for you to trade along with your trade along coach during the morning session. So pop in, will you? Can't help you unless you come in, daytradingmarkets.org. Just follow the instructions on the bottom of the charts. When you are in our socials, or while you're in our socials, like us, share us, repost us. Like us, share us, repost us. Heart us, bookmark us. We're going to be coming out of our session now. So bookmark or write down daytradingmarkets.org and join us.